What's up, YouTube? I wanted to make a video on here about talking about the PlayStation Network being down and really just PlayStation in general, and how disappointed I am with the PlayStation 3 and shit. Like, I don't know. I just want to start out by saying, I've been supporting PlayStation and Sony ever since PlayStation 1 came out, okay? Like, PlayStation 1, I believe it came out in the mid-90s. I have a bit of allergies, so I might sound a little bit clogged up, so bear with me. But, since PlayStation 1, I've been a big supporter of Sony and PlayStation. And, I was an owner of PlayStation 1. I loved it. I played it every day. And then PlayStation 2 came out, and I sold my PlayStation 1, got a PlayStation 2, loved it, played it every day. Never touched Xbox when it came out, because I was such a big PlayStation fan. I never touched Xbox because I was so loyal to Sony and its PlayStation. So I was like, I'm not gonna touch Xbox. And I was really happy with the PlayStation 2. I think they did a great job with it. The internet or online gameplay came out for it, and I really got involved with that. And they had great games for it, and it was a great system. It lasted 6.5 years, and then it finally died on me, which is, I think 6.5 years is a really good time period for that. And then I got a PlayStation 3, and I heard PlayStation 3 came out, and when the PlayStation 3, look, first of all, PlayStation 1 was great, PlayStation 2 was great, PlayStation 3, they kind of fucked up, and this is why. When PlayStation 3 first came out, it was the first system that they came out with. The first version of the PlayStation 3 was amazing. It was great, superb. Okay, it had 4 USB ports. It was able to play PlayStation 2 games. It had, Blu-ray and all the other stuff a PlayStation 3 has. So it was great. It was phenomenal. And that's when they introduced, the PlayStation Network. And, it was great. And then for some fucking reason, they came out with a second version. They took away 2 of the USB ports and made it only 2 USB ports, not 4. Okay? They took away the PlayStation 2 ability. And, wait a minute, why the fuck would you downgrade this system? You're taking away from it. You want to add to it, not take away from it. So first of all, I don't understand why the fuck Sony did that in the first place. Okay? And then they came out with the third version, I think. And pretty much the third version was the same thing as the second version, as far as USB ports, PlayStation 2 not being able to play their games on there, and stuff like that. PlayStation 3 was more of an internal kind of thing that they did. Anyway, I have the second version, not the third. Or the third version was like the slim version or something like that. It was like the PlayStation 3 Slim. And it had a button that you actually pushed, which I think was fucked up. I know this is small, but still, man, being, PlayStation 1 version, PlayStation 3 version 1, PlayStation 3 version 2, they had a little soft, like a button that you just placed your finger on, and it would turn on. That was awesome. And then you would put the disc inside of the machine, and it would take the disc in. I think now, they have a button that you actually have to push. That's going back to old school shit. I liked where you placed your finger on the button and it turned on. Like I say, I know this is small things, but, it's kind of cool if you think about it. But anyway, PlayStation version 3 came out, and they downgraded it. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it just wasn't very good. I don't know, what am I trying to say here? All right, what I'm trying to say is, when I got my PlayStation 3, the first thing that was giving me problems, and this is a very minor problem, it's not a big problem, it's not like I had to send the system back like Xbox does, but still it really pissed me off, especially because I'm a big loyal customer to Sony, that something like this happened to me. Well, I got my game system, okay? And whenever I put in a new game, um, excuse me. Whenever I put in a new game, it would ask to update the game. I had to update it. It's alright, go ahead, update it. Then it would have to install. Well, while it was updating, it would go to like 14%. And then it would freeze up. And then it would just get stuck on 14%. Then it would give me an error message. So I'd take the disc out, put it back in, then it would get to 18% roughly. Freeze, give me an error message, take the disc out, put it back in, then it would get to 22%. And it would keep fucking going on until maybe it got to about 30-35%. Then it would completely go all the way up to 100%, install, and I was able to play my game. But for the first couple of months, all the new games that I had purchased, that would happen. Now, then, as the months progressed and the newer games came out, I started to notice that it didn't do it as much. And now I don't think it ever does it. But the point of the matter was, it did it at one time, and I had a problem with it. Then the second problem, which is also, it's a very minor problem, but still it was a problem. PlayStation Network would start to sign me off while I was in the middle of playing an online game. It would sign me out, therefore I would get kicked out of the game I'm in. And that was pissing me off. But that only happened a few times, and then it started to not do it anymore. Every once in a great while it'll do it, but not when I'm in a game. Like, maybe if I'm on the main menu, it'll kick me out, but that's not really a big deal. The big deal was when I was in the middle of a game, it would kick me out, and that really pissed me off, because it signed out of PlayStation Network. So that was also a minor problem. Once again, not a big problem, but still a problem that bothered me on occasion. Really enough to complain about it and put a video on YouTube. Another thing that PlayStation did was, every once in a while, I'll get on PlayStation and try to get signed into my account, and it would say, error message, and I would call Sony, and it would say, we are currently under maintenance, we're expected to be back on at about 6 o'clock Eastern time. I would get that message a lot, and I would call my friends up with PlayStation 3s, and they'd be like, I'm able to get online. So it's only like my system and a few other people, and it's like, so happens to be that I'm one of the few people that get this fucking problem, and I'm a fucking loyal customer that's been backing Sony up since PlayStation 1, and I'm the one with the fucking problems. It's fucked up, to me it's fucked up. And then, now you have this big fucking hack that some motherfucker hacked into the PlayStation Network, stole, I don't know, man, just hacked into it, fucked it up, they had to shut it down. It's been down for 2 weeks now. It's just insane, I mean, I understand when you're dealing with networks and your computers and all this stuff, there's possible threats of hacks, and that's fine. You get hacked, you gotta take care of it, that's fine. I'm not really mad at Sony for the hack. They could have prevented it if they had better security in the first place. But then again, I hear stories that Microsoft has had problems like this too, but more than just once, like a few times. And this is PlayStation's very first big problem. So therefore, I'm not really mad at Sony for having this big problem. It's just the problems that I had mentioned before. That's why I'm mad. Because that shouldn't have happened to me. And then also another really big problem that I have, I should cover this, is, man, when I went to the fucking Call of Duty Black Ops Midnight release, I went there and I was standing outside of GameStop and I was looking inside of the door, and they had like a TV on the ceiling and they were playing Black Ops before it was released. And I was like, wow, that has got some really good graphics. I'm like, those graphics are fucking awesome. I can't wait to get this game. Midnight finally came around. I got my copy, drove home, put it in my game system, and I played online. Guess what? It was like PlayStation 2 graphics. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why do you have PlayStation 2 graphics? PlayStation 3, nigga! What the fuck you got PlayStation 2 graphics for? You're supposed to have Blu-ray, top of the line, 1080i graphics. Not PlayStation 2 cocksucking graphics. And not just Black Ops, but there's a few other games that have really bad graphics. And, PlayStation 3 has the potential to make a game have full HD Blu-ray quality graphics if they wanted to. But no, they don't. Some games they have good graphics. Like, Killzone 3. Great graphics. Very happy with it. Also a very good game. Modern Warfare 2. Great graphics. Also very good game. When this motherfucker came out, Homefront, this game has got like PlayStation 1 graphics. It sucks. What the fuck is the matter with you? You want to focus on Killzone 3 because it's an official PlayStation title and make the graphics really good. But then when it's a national title, you make the graphics suck dick. It's just bullshit. And, customers don't deserve that kind of bullshit. We deserve good graphics on every fucking game that comes out. Because we're paying $300 for the system. And it's just fucked up. That's what I got a problem with Sony. And I don't know. Am I still loyal? Am I still a big customer to Sony? Not as much as I used to be. Not as much as I used to be. If I had the money, I'd buy a fucking 360. Still support Sony, but just not as much. They really disappointed me. The next time you come out with a game system, make sure you get your shit right. And don't disappoint your loyal, true fucking customers. Since 1995, bitch.